Hi, welcome back to Movie Review Mom. I truly appreciate your spending some time with me. Thanks for subscribing. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Today, the movie I'm reviewing is Ford v. Ferrari. Does it look like I'm wearing a racing jacket? No, not really. Anyway, this movie is rated PG-13. It is 2 hours and 32 minutes. It's a little bit long. And the movie review mom grade that I'm giving it is an A-. It's actually really good. I'm going to give you a quick nutshell, some tips for parents, and then I'll tell you some things that I liked and didn't like. So first of all, in a quick nutshell, the movie is directed by James Mangold, who has done some other really great movies. So I was expecting good things. It's an underdog racing story that gets your heart racing, even though your head tells you that you probably already know how the movie's going to end. However, unless you already know the story from 1966, you might be wrong. No spoilers here. While motorheads will absolutely love Ford v. Ferrari, almost everyone else will enjoy the story of competition and ingenuity between American car manufacturer Ford and the Italian legend Ferrari. I didn't know this story at all, so I was just really excited to learn some history as well as see a great movie and lots of drama and action. I saw this racing story in the IMAX, which was great. But if you plan on doing that, definitely bring earplugs. I didn't have earplugs, so I just got some tissue and plugged it up in my ears. It was really loud, but that sound was so immersive. You felt like you were right there at the track watching all of these events unfold. Really well done. And I won't be surprised if this sound team gets nominated for an Oscar. It was very realistic and, like I mentioned, really immersive. Oscar nominations may also be headed for two of the leading men, Matt Damon and Christian Bale. Both had fantastic performances. And I'm not even sure which one would you say was the best actor or which one's the supporting actor, because they were both right there together. And according to rumor, they really enjoyed working on this film together. In fact, their funnest scene, they say, was when they have this brawl on the grass where they're beating each other up. They said that that was a really fun scene to film. Anyway, some quick tips for parents. There is some profanity in English and in Italian. An Italian guy's accent was really thick, but it sounded like he dropped an F-bomb in English. So I'd have to see that scene again. He could have been saying something else. I don't know. Some Italian is spoken with and without subtitles. There are some racial slurs against Italians, ones that would have been typical of what people would have said back in the 1960s. And as I mentioned, it's a really long movie, so children are probably going to be bored. There's some crashes and some people die, although you don't see blood and gore or anything like that. So that's good. Some themes are, first of all, the question that's asked by Carol Shelby, played by Matt Damon, is the only question that matters: who are you? And then at the end of the movie, he asks that again after you've seen him and these other characters experience some life-changing events. So I thought that that was really powerful. Other themes are doing what you want to do versus doing what you love to do versus doing what you have to do. And that's the crux of these two protagonists, is they have to do what they're doing. They are compelled to do it. It is their passion. And it's just always such a thrill to watch people who have a passion do what they do. And that passion leads them to victory or success in whatever their field is. Being a team player is also an interesting theme. American ingenuity, creative collaboration, friendship, determination, passion, and dare I say, drive. Ba-dum-bum. Also, an interesting father-son relationship and the importance of family and friendship. Now, some things that I really liked are, first of all, both Matt Damon and Christian Bale were expected to give good performances. As soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, gotta see that. It's going to be great. And of course, they did give incredible performances. Christian Bale had recently gained a lot of weight for his role in the movie Vice. I don't know if you saw that. You can watch my review on that one. So he was incredibly disciplined to lose 70 pounds to play this role. He plays Ken Miles, who was generally thinner than what he was, and so he lost all of this weight to play him. He is just quite a passionate actor, which of course lends for his excellence in acting. In fact, he was going to play Enzo Ferrari in another movie that's coming out in 2020, but he didn't think he'd be able to get to the right weight in time to play that role. And if you've watched his career, you've seen his weight fluctuate to match the character, which is incredibly impressive. He actually trained at the Bondurant High Performance Driving School with the founder of the school, who actually knew Ken Miles really well. And so they had some really great conversations and memories about Ken Miles. The entire ensemble cast is actually really great. It includes John Bernthal, Catriona Balfe, Tracy Letts, Josh Lucas, and Ray McKinnon, among others, all really outstanding. I really liked the role of Lee Iacocca. I remember when his first book came out and all of the dads were reading it. Sadly, he died just 4 months before this movie came out. He was 94 years old. Isn't that amazing? And so I thought John Bernthal did a really great job playing this young mobile executive. There were some great camera angles, impressive cinematography, and in fact, they used 5 different locations to film the Le Mans track. The continuity issues had to have been extremely difficult, but they did a really, really good job. And I love little Easter eggs. For example, Jackie Ickx won the Le Mans race 6 times, and he can be seen in one of the scenes during the Le Mans race. I love that. You also get to see the real Ken Miles and Carol Shelby at the end of the movie with a little bio, pictures of them. I always love that at the end of the movie. There's a very touching scene at the very ending of the movie. Thank you, Matt Damon. And Tracy Letts also provides a really emotionally powerful movie. I loved this. It's a crying scene where you're like, whoa. And he just says, I never knew. Okay, you have to, I don't know if this is spoiling it. He plays Henry Ford. And so Matt Damon takes him out in a race car. There's been all of this corporate gobbledygook about, towing the line and optics for the corporation, right? Which is legit. But anyway, he gets into this race car. Matt just screams down the track, and and Henry Ford just starts crying like a baby, and you're like, wow, what a pansy. But he starts crying and he just says, I never knew. I never knew. And then he talks about his father and how he wished his father could have experienced that kind of adrenaline and power and thrill. Anyway, it's a really powerful moment, and it kind of sums up the movie in the sense that, those of us who never drive those kinds of speeds have no idea what it's like, the pressure, the stress, the thrill, all of that. It was really a powerful moment. I really enjoyed it. By the way, if you love this movie and you want to know more about the true events, check out the documentary called The 24-Hour War by Adam Carolla and Nate Adams. Now, a few things that I didn't like, and this list is very, very short. First of all, sometimes it's hard to understand what people are saying with their British accents as well as their Italian accent. There are a lot of scenes of pedals, clutches, and people's feet shifting gears. It's a racing movie. And then again, it's probably about 20 minutes too long. By the end of the movie, it's going so fast and you're just like, whoa. So maybe some of the earlier first act 20 minutes could have been taken out of the first act. I don't know. There are some funny lines and some interesting lines, actually some really great lines. Be sure and visit my website, Movie Review Mom. That's where I include all of that kind of information on the movie review itself. So thank you for watching my review. I hope you enjoy this movie. I'm pretty sure you will. And I will see you at the movies. Bye for now.